Throughout the Clone Wars, we bear witness to many great commanders on both sides of the war. However, undoubtedly, the many clone officers and commanders that we see are more charismatic, inspirational, and overall badass than our clanker counterparts. When we think of truly badass clones, there unarguably and without question should be one name that immediately springs to mind. That name, of course, being Captain Rex. Like all clones, Rex was born on Kamino and later given the designation of CT-7567. Eventually becoming an ARC trooper and clone captain, he took part in Alpha 17's training program, where he became close friends with Commander Cody. He served alongside Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars and led the Torrent Company of the famed 501st Legion. However, what truly makes him badass isn't the ARC trooper officer status, the armor, or the partnership with the Chosen One.
You are the Chosen One!
Rather, the aspect that makes Captain Rex the true badass was the purely epic moments that we see from this cool, confident, passionate, and inspirational clone leader. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, we're already fully aware of clones being incredibly skilled and smart troopers who are some of, if not the finest soldiers in the galaxy. However, what we don't often see is an extremely unique and cunning attitude or personality. And, pretty much, only the participants of Alpha 17's training program ever got such an opportunity as to develop themselves as a completely different human being. With that said, in this scene, we see Rex set himself apart from a clone traitor, Slick. Using smart acting and his surroundings, he's able to draw him into a trap and catch him off guard.
You know what's funny? Traitor, we knew you'd never take a chance on the exits while they were blocked. I'd stay here to open them myself first. Just like you. Don't do a job till you've guaranteed the best odds, right?
Although admittedly Cody also played a large part in the capturing of Slick, it's still this scene that bears us witness to some of the earliest signs of Rex's cunning throughout the war, even though in my opinion, Slick was right all along. Yet another moment where we see Rex and Cody team up. However, in this one, Rex is front and center for this act of pure brilliance. When the Rishi Moon outpost is taken over by commando droids, Rex devises a plan so cunning you could put a tail on it and call it a weasel. To infiltrate the base, he put on his best droid moves and best droid voice in order to coax the commandos into opening up with the words "Roger, Roger." When the commando droids eventually opened up, much to their surprise, the very human Captain Rex repeated himself as he had done before, and blasted his way in with Cody and the other clones close behind him.
Unit 26, is that you?
Roger, Roger.
You sound strange. Is something wrong with your vocabulator?
Roger, Roger.
Take off your helmet. Let me see your faceplate.
Roger, Roger.
This is never gonna work.
Close!
Roger, Roger.
There's not much else to be said about this scene other than that it once again shows how smart and cunning Rex really was. And I guess also how awful the programming was on certain droids. During the Battle of Saleucami, as many of us know, Rex was critically injured after being sniped by yet another pair of commando droids, who unfortunately this time outsmarted him. Taken by his men to a nearby farm, he finds a clone deserter known as Cutler Quain. During the night, Cut's children stumble upon an escape pod full of commando droids whilst playing. They accidentally activate the droids, causing them to advance upon the farmstead. Whilst Cut is defending the lower levels, Rex is sent upstairs to be the last line of defense. In the ensuing firefight, however, Cut is trapped under a beam, and in this moment, the injured Rex takes on and defeats 4 of the remaining 5 commando droids.
Rex! They're coming for you!
All I can really say, at this point, the commando droids have just had enough of Captain Rex. In one of the most emotionally intense arcs in the Clone Wars, we see Anakin retrace his childhood with an encounter with Zygerian slavers. In an attempt to find the Togruta population that vanished without warning or apparent reason, we eventually find all our main protagonists in chains. Obi-Wan and Rex are then captured and sent to a foundry where they are worked and beaten beyond comprehension. During their escape following the 104th Battalion coming in to mount a daring rescue attempt, we see Rex and Obi-Wan try and prevent the colonists from being dropped to their death from an electric cage. After eventually singling out the Foundry leader, he manages to trigger Kenobi's moral compass and asks him if he was willing to kill an unarmed man. In this brief moment of hesitation, we see Rex take the reins and throw a spear staff into the slaver's heart, instantly killing him. To which then Rex caps off nicely by saying, "I'm no Jedi."
Come now, Master Kenobi. I know a Jedi won't kill an unarmed man.
I'm no Jedi.
For this last moment, we don't see a specific moment of skill or prowess, but something much more important in my opinion, taking a decisive course of action for the right cause. During the shady Umbara campaign, where we see General Pong Krell take over from Anakin Skywalker in the assault of the planet of Umbara, the reckless strategies and suicide missions ordered by Krell push Rex to a breaking point, but not over the edge due to his sheer amount of discipline as a soldier. Every clone, however, has a limit, and eventually, Rex boils over when Krell pits the 212th and 501st against each other, tricking them into thinking that they were both fighting Umbarans who had stolen clone armor. After seeing so many of his brothers dying, he decides that there's only one course of action left.
General Krell, you're being relieved of duty.
It's treason then.
Surrender, General.
I think that many of you'll agree when I say Umbara is one of, if not the best campaign storyline in the entire Clone Wars TV show. Not only do we see such a heated battle both against the enemy and within the 501st, but we see one of Captain Rex's defining moments. What made him such a badass in this moment is that he went against everything he was taught to obey to protect his fellow brothers, and wouldn't let anything stop him from doing the right thing. Not even Dex's overpowered cousin, if you know what I mean. Anyways guys, that pretty much sums it up for my personal top 5 badass Rex moments, and I want to know your thoughts. What are your favorite out of the 5 you saw, or did I just get this list completely wrong? Just before you go though, as I usually do with these videos, I've created a montage at the end, just showcasing the awesome moments again, but this time coupled with some epic music as well. And the link for that music will be in the description below, along with all our Geetsly's Gaming Network links as well. Anyways guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.